Today we bring to you a recap of the story of Yennefer from the series The Witcher. Yennefer is a young girl with a distorted face and a huge hump. She belongs to a family of cattlemen and lives in a village where she is often mocked by others. One day, as she is being mocked by a couple of locals, she accidentally opens up a magical portal. There, she meets a wizard named Istred. He decides to save the future sorcerer and sends her back to her home using another portal. Sometime later, a beautiful lady comes to the village to buy a pig, but she decides to buy Yennefer as well. Her father also disgusts her openly, so he decides to sell her for half the price of the pig. Her mother tries to stop him because she identifies the woman as a witch, but his father doesn't listen to her. Yennefer starts a new life as a student at the magical school run by Tissaia de Vries. At first, she feels bad about being away from her home and how her father sold her. So much that she even attempts suicide, but soon she realizes that it was her hidden magical prowess that caught the attention of the wizard. Tissaia is seen taking a test where the girls must lift a stone and a flower using nothing but magic. Everyone is able to do so, except for Yennefer, who keeps on trying again and again until stopped by Tissaia. She runs away in frustration. Later, she sees Istred in a cave and tells him her name. Another time, Tissaia is teaching the girls to identify a man's greatest fear. She pairs them up and instructs them to look into each other's eyes until they get into the other's mind. Yennefer fails once again, which enrages Tissaia. She says that she is lying to herself. Later, she talks about her problems with Istred, who is having a hard time at school himself. He offers to read his mind, and she succeeds. During a storm, Tissaia wakes all the girls up and takes them to the most powerful magic place on the continent. Only the Wizard Brotherhood is allowed to enter there. She takes a test in the art of controlling the flow of chaos, which means the girls must catch lightning in a bottle. It is difficult for other girls, but Yennefer fails and is pushed against a wall when she raises the bottle to catch lightning. Frustrated, she directs her power towards Tissaia, blocking her mental blow. She tells Yennefer that she has to become a court sorceress, and there is no place for the weak there. She tells Istred about everything. She also tells him that Tissaia knows about them, and they won't be able to see each other again. He is hesitant to show the more powerful ancient magic to her. He shows some skulls of elves and talks about how humans killed them and took over the continent. He shows her a flower and tells her a spell. She repeats it and opens up a portal. She discloses to him that her real father was a half-elf and was killed during the Purge. It is also the reason behind her ugly looks. But Istred proceeds to kiss her and confesses his feelings. Later, she shows Tissaia the flower, and it is revealed that it was actually an assignment to get the flower using false emotions. She tells Yennefer that she will hear and knock and know when it's time. Meanwhile, Istred also reports everything back to his master Artaud. One night, Yennefer takes the flower and leaves and peeks at Tissaia as she turns 4 of her neighbors into eels. She knows Yennefer is there, so she orders her to come out and push her former fellows into the water. After she does so, silhouettes of them can be seen in the water. Yennefer enjoys a love affair with Istred and even creates a crowd using her mind to watch them as they get intimate. Also, the day of the final trial is approaching, after which they will decide their own destinies. Yennefer wants to go back to her village and show all her bullies and abusers what she has been able to achieve. In addition to being free and powerful, all graduates get to have their physical flaws removed. The wizard in charge promises Yennefer wonderful results, but Tissaia asks her to look into a mirror and close her eyes, then imagine the most powerful woman in the world. Yennefer does so, but cannot see the desired beauty. Meanwhile, many wizards gather in Aretuza to decide where the young graduates should go because all kings need court wizards. But then, a problem is presented as a member knows that Yennefer is a quarter elf, and there is a prejudice against elves in Aretuza, and she cannot be accepted there. The chapter of wizards collectively decides to send Yennefer to Nilfgaard. Tissaia does not like this. She says that she has no plans to waste Yennefer's life being a court wizard in a small southern kingdom where the king loves to love women. She also conveys the message to Yennefer, who knows how the chapter got to know her secret. The ceremony begins, and Yennefer isn't there, so Istredd looks for her. A letter is sent to her father to disprove the origin, but he doesn't know what it would do. Yennefer is confused as well, so she is offered by Istredd to come with him, who has been chosen to be an explorer. They can travel the lands and discover the unknown. Yennefer does not accept it and says that she will not be in the shadows of someone. These are his plans and ambitions, and he did not ask for Yennefer's opinion. Istredd is shocked to see that Yennefer is not at all what he thought she was. He expresses that she is only angry because she missed her chance to be beautiful. But the girl needs power, and she did not waste all the time and effort to get nothing in return. She goes to the wizard in charge of the transformation process to change her appearance. She does not back down, even after knowing that without a potion to dull the pain of the process, it will be extremely excruciating. She asks the wizard to keep her eyes and the marks on her arms as signs of her former weakness. The wizard informs her that the price for this transformation will be that she won't be able to walk. She even agrees to the removal of her womb, required for a complete transformation. The wizard chants spells and starts the transformation process. Yennefer is in so much pain that she even rips the chains with which she was tied to a table. Her spine straightens and her entire body melts before molding itself into another new form. At last, she loses consciousness. Meanwhile, in the main hall of Aretuza, the initiation ceremony continues. Suddenly, the doors to the hall open and a very beautiful girl with violet eyes enters. Seeing that, Tissaia realizes that Yennefer has disobeyed her orders. But it is too late now, as the Adorn ruler has already seen the beauty. Tissaia must watch them from afar and retreat. He invites her to dance, and during the dance he expresses his desire to make her the court wizard in his kingdom. The world of The Witcher is full of amazing adventures and unforeseen events. So make sure to stay tuned for the next episode of the story. As always, see you all in the next one.